There we are,
Don't
folks.
don't mind me. I'm playing on my phone.
What's going on, everybody? We are a little late getting on the air this evening because, as per usual, technical problems.
Yeah, it's fine. It's always fine.
We got it worked out, though, this time. We had to. It's because we had to make some changes to our Twitter account this week because, in fact, we are. Realize we don't have a drum roll on there.
We're affiliate.
We are Twitter. I can't swear. We're clean cut now. We're up.
We're
Yeah.
uppity.
Yeah, we're upscale.
Uh-huh.
We are Twitter affiliates. So yeah, thank you to everybody who's been watching with us over these over the year and change we've been doing this.
I know.
On Twitter, it's crazy. We started last January, doing this on Twitter, and yeah, now we're affiliates. We're big time. We're moving on up, just like the Jeffersons. Speaking of moving on up, we're getting perks too.
We are.
Well, obviously, as we are about to discuss this evening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a perk.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I was so excited when we got that email.
So let us take you back a couple of weeks in the story here.
Our celebratory cigars.
Yes. Inside baseball here. When you do podcasting and like stuff like we do, media stuff, I don't even know how this happens, but your name just gets on like PR lists. Don't know how it happens, but it just one day your email just starts flooding with fucking offers for reviews and screeners and things like that. We have been talking a lot lately about Late Night with the Devil.
Yeah.
I mean, this was supposed to come out, I think, last year we discussed. And it just came out. Well, it's about to come out.
Next week.
Next week, yeah. But
Wait,
anyway.
No, Friday this week is the UK release.
I think so. Is that also the U.S. release?
It might be.
I don't know.
I hope so. But yeah, we've been pumped.
Yeah, so long story short, we ended up getting a screener for Late Night with the Devil. Big shout out to the PR company, whose name I don't remember right now, but Kier is the person over there who hooked us up with the screener. Thank you so much. We got to watch this last week, and there was a review embargo out until today. Oh, we have an ad on our channel. That's awesome. Look at that.
Oh, it's great. Nobody can hear us talking. That is the downside of those ads.
Yeah.
Is people can't hear us talking. They can see us.
Well, let's put it this way.
Unless they
people who don't
them.
pay us have to see the ads.
Yeah.
But anyway, as we were saying, we got a screener copy of Late Night with the Devil. Got to watch it last week. I wish we had access to it a little bit longer so we could have watched it again.
I know. I needed one more viewing.
Yeah. So we're going to review a movie we watched a week ago at this point. I watched a week ago. I don't know when you watched it. It was the same day or the day after.
I watched it the day after you watched it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You are mauling that thing.
I'm nervous. I'm like, yeah. We I obviously there's going to be some spoilers ahead. We're going to try not to give away the whole movie.
We're going to try to keep it casual here.
Yeah. But obviously, be warmed. Be warmed and warned.
Be warm.
Yeah, be warmed. You're among friends.
Be well.
Yeah, be well. Have a drink. Relax.
Demolition Man reference.
Yeah. So we can finally talk about Late Night with the Devil.
I fucking love this movie.
Yeah, thank you. Didn't want to oversell it, but holy shit did I fucking love it.
It's so good. It's not perfect.
Yeah. No.
But it is so good.
Yeah.
It's so it's fun. It's fun again.
It delivers on, I think, the premise of what we were getting in the trailer. This it sticks to that late night vibe so well. You kind of not again. I'm just the first time I'm saying it. I know for me, I was kind of forgetting that I'm watching a horror movie at parts. You're not watching a documentary on a 70s show.
100%. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And it was really cool because visually, that's what it feels like. So they distort the colors and there's that shift where there's your person outline and there's a little bit of color outside of them.
Yeah.
And they didn't really hammer that. It was just enough to make you feel like you're watching an old tape of somebody's.
Yeah, and we even get that cool voiceover at the beginning of in 1977,
very very Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah, so it sets the mood. It gives you that creepy mood. So again,
it definitely delivers on the creepy.
Yeah, you're watching. you kind of forget you're watching a horror movie, but at the same time, there's that creepiness that was just like throughout the whole thing. Like,
Yeah, it's unsettling.
yeah, little things start going off. Like, in the I try not to give everything away, but
Yeah.
Chris Dew is the first guest on the show who is like the '70s style like TV
Oh,
psychic.
that was 100% James Randi and Uri Geller.
Mm-hmm.
That's 100% what that was,
Yeah,
which I appreciated.
and
As a like skeptic and like person interested in the paranormal shit,
Yeah.
you know.
I was digging on this in not only like as a lover of like horror movies and like just of this good movies in general, but like as I've been like reading those Cliff Nesteroff books lately
Yeah.
about like comedy and like the history of comedy. This like '70s late night vibe like is right in there. That's something that's discussed like between the Tonight Show and like some of the other earlier versions of that, and like
Yeah.
knowing after reading those books that like history is literally littered with these like dozens of these talk shows that are just forgotten.
Oh, there were tons.
Yeah,
Tons.
just maybe ran for a season or two, and like people just forgot about them.
Yeah.
So I dig that like that this is like digging into that vibe as
They
well.
were, they were right in that pocket too.
Yeah.
Because it the way they structured it, it felt like you were watching one of those shows.
Yeah, even having this set in like New York as opposed to like L.A. with the night the Tonight Show. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
gives
and
it
they
that,
were
like-
competing. Yeah.
exactly. Like it's not the Tonight Show. You're aware of that. And they even keep saying how they're like they're behind in the ratings. They're like
Yeah.
this is kind of big for them, this whole event. And yeah, it starts, little things start going off, and then like it just turns up the creepiness like
Yeah.
here and there. Again, I'm trying not to give everything
I
away.
know, but like there's so it happens early on in the movie, so it's not too bad. But him losing his wife, and then
That's right up front, actually. I think in the narration, they talk about how like this is like Jack's
It
big
was-
comeback.
yeah, it was like in the first like 15 minutes of the movie.
Yeah. This is a week ago. I wish we had this a little bit sooner.
I know.
But I think didn't it start off with like a little bit of like clips of things like going on, and then it talks about how like Jack lost his wife
Yeah.
and like he
Well,
went
'cause
away
it-
for a while.
Because it talked about his build up.
Yeah.
And while he was building up, she was with him, and then there's all this stuff happening.
And then it hints at the whole thing with him in like the Grove. Like
Yeah.
I forget what the real life like equivalent of that is, but like it's that famous meeting where like all the powerful people go, and like
Yeah.
it's the big giant like
No, it's,
statue of Moloch or whatever.
Something Grove.
Yeah. Bohemian Grove.
Bohemian Grove.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. So like it's as much a horror movie as it is like
A conspiracy
a
movie.
conspiracy and a study of pop culture.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
Because you like there are like aside from like having the possession angle, but like I said, you have to like know about comedy. You have to know about those guests like on the shows in the
Yeah.
time. How like there are like each of them are like the stereotypical guest. There's the psychic. There's the
Yeah.
guy who's up next who's the skeptic who's gonna like
Yeah.
debunk everything and
Yep.
like fucking prove this is all just kind of tricks and science.
100%. And I was there for it. Like they had me hook, line, and sinker. Like
Yeah.
I couldn't not watch it because there was always something. It was either something creepy happening, something interesting happening, or something that's referential that I was understanding.
Or like something that is about to go bad happening too.
Yeah.
Like it's just like this is gonna go bad. Like it's
Yeah.
coming. It's coming.
Yep.
So there's that anticipation throughout the whole movie of like what's gonna go wrong.
And like a lot of it kind of felt like it would have been something that like Conan would have done. Like
Yeah,
like Conan would have structured a whole episode like kind of doing shit like that.
yeah, like a Halloween episode.
Yeah.
They even have like the things down, like the cheesy little rubber bats that like fly by
Yeah.
when they come by, like
Yeah.
when they come back from break. The cards when they go to break
Oh,
too.
those
are all-
cards were so cool.
Yeah, they are. They're really cool.
Yeah.
I think there was one of them. Even Amanda and I were saying like, oh, that'd be an awesome like T-shirt or something. Like,
Oh, the haunted house.
I don't know if it was. I think it was like a skeleton one, if I remember correctly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nah, just really enjoyable. Like the whole ride.
Yeah, and then of course we have the third guests, who are this author and like who's she's a psychologist, or
Right.
parapsychologist,
Parapsychologist. Yeah.
and her case study. I forget what her name is. Is it Lily?
Lily. Yeah.
Yeah, Lily. She's written a book about her, and she's She was the survivor of like a cult,
Yeah.
like a cult massacre, right?
Which was very Anton LaVey.
Yeah, very
Like-
kind of Jim Jones-ish too. With like, didn't
Yeah.
they all commit suicide or whatever?
Yes, because they were all like dumping gasoline on themselves in the compound.
Yes.
Which,
yeah.
sorry, spoilers again, but like, you know what you're getting at this point.
They all went on live. Yeah. Yeah, they all went on fire. Yeah, so she was like the sole survivor of this like cult massacre.
Yeah.
And like the doctor's been working with her. She's like her only family at this point.
Right.
And yeah. Shit goes crazy.
It does.
Yeah, shit goes crazy.
Yeah.
The skeptic is proven wrong. Like,
Yeah.
and I love that he the whole time is just like, well, that's this. Like, she could have done this by this. Like,
Yeah.
He's constantly trying to debunk, but things are just getting turned up and getting
Yeah. Like
crazier.
he's getting to the point where he's like, I don't know, but there has to be a way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
that hypnotism scene was fucking rad too.
Yes. Yeah. The skeptic, he's also like a hypnotist. He does like sleight of hand stuff on stage
Yeah.
and like hypnotism stuff like that. And he ends up hypnotizing the audience, like, hypnotizing Jack. I think everybody at one point.
Everyone.
Yeah.
Well, not everyone, because they took the poll and they were like, how many people saw?
That's right.
Yeah.
Because he fools the audience into thinking they're seeing something.
Yeah.
And yeah, even Jack is freaking out. That's right.
Yep.
And yeah, man, fucking. I know we give him a lot of praise, man, but David Dastmalchian was fucking awesome as Jack Delroy.
He was.
Yeah.
He was really, really good. Like, he hit every note
Yeah.
that you wanted him to hit.
Because like what I liked too was where you didn't know the whole time because he's got that cult kind of thing, the thing with the Grove.
Yeah.
Is he doing this on purpose? Does he know what's happening? Or is he just doing this for the ratings? Like, is he like, a quote unquote innocent party to this?
Yeah.
Or like, does he know, is he trying to make something happen?
Well, I think from the way I was watching it, like, he was a part of the Grove thing and was just trying to get like, the top ratings there and get, the celebrity hookups and things like that. But then that probably went awry. So he probably didn't understand what was going to happen.
Yeah.
So this show that he's putting on Halloween, he probably just meant for it to be a spooky Halloween show.
Yeah.
And then shit just went fucking crazy. That's my perspective on it. Because you also have that scene, like you find out that apparently that's what the cost was with his wife.
Yeah. His wife was
Yeah.
the cost of him gaining success, basically.
Right.
You kind of put that together.
Yeah. It's just so I want to watch it again.
I do. Well, Amanda and I were even saying we want to go watch it in the movies. I think when it comes out, like
Yeah.
It's just like all the creepiness that they were like pitching in the trailer. Like I think it really does pull off.
I think it could have used a little more. Like,
I can see that.
because I think it trickles in and then it goes crazy.
Once it goes bonkers, it does wrap up pretty quick.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought I'll discuss this because this is not a storyline that panned out. This is not where the story went. I'll say so. It's not a spoiler. I thought the whole point of like the demon like wanting to go on TV was to be like it was going to like mass possess people basically, and like
Okay,
that
yeah.
voiceover we were getting at the beginning was going to be like, we're going to come back to it like as part of a documentary at the end, like explaining how like this mass possession event led to like all this other crazy shit happening,
Yeah.
and I thought that's where it was going to go.
That could have been cool.
Yeah, that could have been cool, but it did not go there. I will say.
It would have been cool, but it would have cut out the sense of realism because like an event like that never happened. You see
Yeah.
this thing on a tape that was supposedly, like a real event. Well, there's some credibility to that because it's recorded.
Yeah.
It's not this like worldwide conflict.
Yeah.
It's not DayZ.
Yeah.
You know, which is it's a better way for that movie to end, I think, instead of like a big mass
Yeah,
conflict.
no, I did
Yeah.
like how it ended. Like, I there's a little bit of uncertainty in the ending, a little bit of like, did what we see happen really happen? Was it part of the hypnosis? Was it like,
Yeah.
was it all like, I don't want to give it away. Was it all just one guy like killing everybody. Like I'll say it. Like
Yeah.
we'll see. It's. Well, I was a little nervous that Jack did something inappropriate to that little girl, though. No, I didn't get that vibe. Like clearly Jack and the doctor were hooked up and like having sex.
Yeah.
But yeah, I didn't get he was doing anything to the girl.
No. We don't need that in every movie. Like that angle has been kind of beaten to death.
Yeah, and I don't think, like I said, I liked that it was like kind of questionable. Is he in on this, or is he kind of just this happening to him?
Yeah.
And I think like if that is like if he is doing something to that girl, it makes him a much less like likable character. And I don't think
because
that
you're
movie would
supposed to
work as
like him through the whole movie.
Yeah.
But, I mean, there's a couple points where he's like kind of a shithead, but
But he is pulling. It's that celebrity, like what you would think he would be. Like
Yeah.
once the camera's off, he's not the smiley guy anymore. He's business. Like
right,
and then once the camera's on, I'm like, hey, like
Yeah.
he goes back to that personality.
right. But like you can tell that like he loved his wife and he had that kind of angle going. It wasn't that like sham marriage thing.
Yeah,
Like-
no, like he's genuinely hurt by her loss.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that plays in a lot. Fuck.
This was a really, really good
It
movie.
just-
I like.
It's so new and fresh. I think is why I liked it so much. Like the scares and like the premise, like the actual premise. I've seen it before.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like there's nothing super new in what happens in the event, but the presentation is so good and so fresh.
Exactly. Yeah. I like that it is like I think it's a flavor of horror we haven't gotten in a while. Ooh, pardon me. Like not quite haunted house, but like we've had like the Exorcist possession movie and like
Yeah.
it was mixed results. This is like it's just that like the period piece aspect of it is what I think really like sells it. That like
Yeah.
that 70s 80s like satanic panic thing that's kind of like
Oh yeah.
kind of in the
100%.
background right now in the society. Like
Yeah.
I think that's what really like really pulls the whole like thing together.
No, yeah, it's pretty complete. You know what I mean? Like so if you want that, vintage aesthetic, you're going to get that in spades. You get a decent possession story. I mean, it is a little hokey, but it's kind of meant to be that way because
it plays into that because again everything about this is supposed to be hokey. It's in that
Yeah.
hokey period of the 70s where
Right.
it's that fake
everything is like dialed up to 10 to be as shocking as possible.
yeah, and as TV fake and like just not real as possible.
Right.
Yeah,
And then you mix it with this really like visceral style of gore and terror, so you get a little bit of the best of both worlds. You get that retro hokey, and then you get your modern gross, and not super gross because I don't think anything like really nasty happens. Like the worm scene is gross,
yeah,
and I really did appreciate that because it was just nasty enough.
yeah. It was gory, but not like over the top gory. It was
Yeah.
think like Poltergeist, like the scene in the bathroom in Poltergeist where the dude like rips open his face. Like
Yeah.
it's very similar to that scene.
Yeah.
And like that's like a fucking PG rated movie, and that scene is goddamn scarring.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, other than language, I mean, there's nothing like
Yeah, I mean the the worm
Terrible.
scene's a little intense.
the what?
The worm scene's a little intense.
Yeah.
Christou spitting up the black shit is kind of intense.
Yeah, it was gross.
Yeah.
I really like. I couldn't tell if I liked the Christou character or not.
I
I
did.
liked what they were doing with him, like, but I mean on like a personal sense. Like, I don't because he's a charlatan.
Yeah.
But then you get that aspect of like, well, maybe he's really got something.
But at the same time, everybody up there is a charlatan except for fucking Lily and even the doctor is kind of fucking
She's kind of full
full
of
of
shit.
shit. Yeah. So it plays into that like, and again, it plays back into the whole artificial aspect of the just
Yeah.
that 70s talk show feel and vibe. Like
Yeah.
nothing is real on this set.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think that it all just it works so well all together.
Yeah, it's so. I don't know. it's a vibe. It's just a vibe, and I think there's a lot in that movie for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Like, it's not just for gore hounds. It's not just for people that like haunted houses and possessions. Like, there's a lot of stuff that they cover that is just exciting and, you know, conceptually old hat, but to see it in a new way.
And done well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Done not in a stereotypical, like, trope manner. Pulled off well. Like, you know?
Yeah. You know, like, I don't think there was anything wrong with any of the effects. I mean, some of the like possession makeup stuff was kind of not great.
Yeah.
But that's forgivable. I mean, like, not everything is going to be knocked out of the park.
One thing I'll this is not a big ding. This is just like, this was a little bit too much. In the end, like when the screen goes to static and like you see like the devil face like coming out of the static.
Yeah, I didn't need that.
I didn't need that.
That was a little much.
A little much. Yeah.
Oh, there was also the it's got to be a nod to The Exorcist. Like, that's the only way I can describe it, is when Lily's on screen and you see the flash of the face on the side of her head.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Side of the head? Like, time it for the face, brother.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I mean, there's minor shit to ding this movie on. Obviously, there's always minor shit to ding something on.
Yeah. But overall, it's just a fun, like, creepy, scary movie. It's like, I think it's something we need as like, I think the horror community in general needs a movie like this right now.
Yeah, because like we talk about it all the goddamn time. Like, I want fun again. I don't necessarily always want dark, nasty, scary, or elevated, and like, you know, don't deconstruct my horror. You know, like a fucking cheeseburger.
Yeah.
Sometimes I just want that meat and potatoes.
Exactly.
Like,
you want steak and potatoes.
Yeah.
And this is fucking steak and potatoes done well. Like, yeah.
It really is. And it's got a little bit of garnish on it, you know, with that 70s flavor.
Parsley. There you go, motherfucker.
Somebody's over there slapping mint. Like,
yeah. Sometimes you want the big fancy artsy meal. Sometimes you want a fucking prime rib and a baked potato.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
And sometimes you want, you know, a Big Mac. So you go for like that, like, trauma stuff. You want that like greasy fast food. You want to watch like Street Trash or whatever.
Which they're doing a remake of. I didn't realize.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. And yeah, sometimes you want that elegant, fancy thing. 9 times out of 10, I don't. Yeah. Like, you know, I get in the mood for that. But this is a movie I could see myself watching quite a bit.
Yeah. This is like a vibe movie.
It's not a one and done.
Yeah,
100% not a one and done.
I will also recommend, like, I know I just said we were gonna go see this in the theater again. See this with like as many people as possible.
Yes.
In the theater. Yeah.
Yes.
And late at night too.
Oh my god.
And not that they do
crowd at this.
Yeah. Oh god. Not that they do late showings anymore, but like, can you imagine a midnight?
Yeah.
Like, a midnight showing of this, packed, like, would be the shit. And like, it's a shame not many people are going to get that experience, man. At least around here, anyway.
Yeah, my god, I miss midnight movies.
I tried to fucking see a movie the other night. The last movie playing at Colony Center
started
was
at like 10, right?
No, like 7:30, 7:45.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Like, nothing is open late anymore. It's terrible. Like, we can't even go to a fucking all-night diner anymore.
Yeah. What the fuck is up with that?
There's like...
It's like the purpose of the diner was to be open all the time.
Yeah. There's one. There's one that's open all night.
Oh, yeah, the one in Waterville, right?
Bob's Diner.
Yeah.
Like,
fucking
that place is going to be there at the end of time with the fucking roaches and Gus's.
Almost went to Gus's this weekend.
That's disgusting. It's more horrifying than this movie.
Not that I'm done with this episode yet, but I think I think we can throw some ratings on this.
I would love to throw some ratings at this.
I'll lead us off because I'm going high on this one. This played to so many of my like personal tastes.
Yeah,
I am gonna go. I'm gonna pull back a little bit.
Let's be realistic.
Yeah, exactly.
We're really excited because it's new and it's awesome.
So without having it marinate, I'm gonna bring it back a half a point, but I'm still gonna give it an 8. I would have given it an 8.5.
I'm 100% at an 8.
Yeah.
Like, I think that is a fair rating. And we're super excited because like it's topics that we like, it's a vibe that we like,
Yeah.
and it's a style of movie we like. But is it perfect? No. Like there are a couple of things that we could switch around.
Amanda said 8.5.
Yeah, and that's fair for somebody to want to rate it that high.
Yeah.
Just, I think if we look at it really, really critically, 8 is enough.
Just like Dick Van Patten told
Yeah.
us, yeah.
Yep.
He warned us all those years ago. Yeah, we said Des Malchin fucking killed it as Jack Delroy. Like he just sells that likable charm, and then like I said, as soon as the cameras go off, like boom,
Yeah.
it's back to business.
Bang, flip the switch.
Yeah, the girl was pretty good. Ingrid Torelli as Lily.
Nobody was bad in it.
Yeah, no. Who was the Ian Bliss? It was he. Yeah, he was the skeptic, right? Carmichael.
Oh yeah, Carmichael Haig.
He was good. It's that dickish, like smarmy asshole. Like
He really channeled James Randi because like I like James Randi.
yeah,
I liked everything he was about. I love the fact that he was like, here's $1 million if you can prove that shit exists. And
that's the same thing this dude was doing with his $1
and-
million check or whatever.
and he was a complete bastard about it too, which I kind of like.
Yeah.
I like a dickhead, you know. Like, I actually watched a documentary about him and his life, and like, I didn't realize like how far back his like magic career went. Like, he started doing magic in like the fucking 50s or 60s. I want to
Okay.
say, like, a long fucking time ago. And then I guess he got tired of the bullshit, and he was like, well, you know, these people are basically fleecing people's emotions, you know what I mean? Like, and he felt dirty about that, so he just kind of changed his whole mind about it. But then there's people that are like head over heels for Uri Geller, and they think that, you know, Uri Geller was like the victim because James Randi was like constantly, he was his
Yeah.
fucking nemesis, you know what I
Mhm.
mean? Like, you'll never hear me say that Uri Geller didn't have it coming.
I like a dickhead, Nick.
I do like a dickhead.
No, he's not a real person. There is a real person he is based on, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's look at the directors. What have they done? Cameron and Colin Cairns.
Those are some names.
Let's see. Director. Nothing I've ever heard of.
Yeah.
Oh, good job. Scare Campaign was before this. That was 2016. Warren and Hal is a TV series. 100 Bloody Acres and Celestial Avenue was a short. 2009.
Did he write anything we know?
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Anything produce? Nope.
No.
Writer. Tales from the Crypts.
Ew.
No. So man, that's a pretty fucking. That's a.
And they're still like, I mean,
they hit a
those go
home-
back to 2015 or whatever, 2014, but a decade in the biz and you come out with this fucking banger?
Yeah.
All right, yeah.
And this is Cameron. Colin is the other one.
Yeah.
A little bit more directing experience, but still nothing like that jumps out. Nothing
Yeah.
I've ever heard of.
Are they UK based?
Karen's writing. Let's see. Sounds like it. Sounds
Australia.
like oh, okay. Like that definitely sounds like a foreign name. Man, what else can we say about this?
I really cannot wait for it to hit the theater
Yeah,
and then hit streaming.
it's got a 7.5 on IMDb already. That's well earned.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's-
Usually they rate low.
Yeah.
They like notoriously fucking low. God damn it. I'm a little curious about some of their other projects now.
Yeah. Because I mean, this was really good. Like,
It's I think what's really driving it for me is that it's clever.
yeah,
You know, like it's the same old story, but told in such a clever and new way that you don't really realize you're kind of watching the same old movie.
yeah. Like, I feel like a lot of Blumhouse. Like, I have issues with Blumhouse. We saw Imaginary yesterday. But I feel like a lot of Blumhouse movies, like those kind of horror movies right now, are like cookie cutters.
Yeah.
It's the same movie. You just, okay, your killer is like, just change this a little bit, and they're, change a little. It's horror improv basically. Just give me a quirk and a location, and that's our horror movie.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'll take that over A24. A24 does a lot of things that I don't like, but they also do a lot of shit that I do like. So
Yeah.
it's
Hey, you want to feel uncomfortable while looking at a naked person? Old person? Sorry, here you go.
naked old person.
Yeah.
But they do more than that. Like, they did The Green Knight, and The Green Knight was cool and fun.
I almost watched that again the other day. I really liked that movie.
There was something else they just put out not too long ago, and it looked actually interesting. It wasn't just like the same old cult of old naked people writhing in a pile. That's really my main gripe with A24 is like they're that production company that like they're that kid at high school who had really rich parents. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They just kind of like whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, we went and saw Imaginary yesterday, and oh boy, that was not good.
You've been having a streak.
Yeah, I mean, I see a lot of movies in general.
That's true.
And there is jack shit out there right now. I mean, aside from Dune. Dune was fucking awesome.
I still haven't seen it, but I'm so excited.
Yeah.
My buddy at work, he goes, "Oh, I didn't know Dune was a remake." I was like, "It's based on a book, you dork." Like there was another movie,
Yeah.
but it's not a remake of that movie.
It's a book.
It's a book. Oh, how was it? The book? No, the original movie. I'll kill you.
You motherfucker.
It was cool to look at and weird and bad. Like it had Sting in it.
Yeah, no, the whole point of the movie we saw yesterday, it's I mean, they even say like it's ripped off of like several different ideas from children's movies.
Yeah.
The whole main premise is like it's Bing Bong from fucking Inside Out gone evil. It's the whole fight. They even reference Bing Bong like multiple times.
Oh, don't do that.
Yeah, there's like a Bing Bong song and everything. Like,
what? Dog, why?
Yeah.
Dog.
They also rip off Coraline, like with the alternate family with like the black eyes. Like that's a part of it. It rips off Five Nights at Freddy's because there's like a mechanical looking like bear with claws.
I mean, all right.
Yeah.
Hear me out on that. I guess. I suppose it is about time for people to stop referencing really old shit and start referencing stuff that's more modern.
Yeah.
It just doesn't feel right.
Or you can even reference things without being like, huh? Huh?
That's
huh?
true. Yeah.
Like just, be influenced by it. You don't have to call it out. Like,
yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah. That's old people problems. I
Yeah.
guess. It really is.
Oh, yeah. What else can we say?
I don't know, man. Like, I don't want to keep like dicking the dog on this, but like, go see it. Like,
yeah,
for
definitely
real.
go see Late Night with the Devil. I've seen people like posting on Facebook they're excited or like Instagram.
Yeah,
Go check it out. Yeah,
you should be excited.
yeah.
Like with good reason. It's
Yeah.
it's so good. Oh, sorry, we're watching Alien and the
Second best Alien movie.
yeah.
Second best Xenomorph movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the face hugger dissection scene is on. It's just so gross. So gross. Yeah, I can't think of anything else really to throw at this thing. Like,
Yeah, might be a good place to wrap it up. We really,
Yeah.
this is a mini episode.
yeah, it's a mini episode. So we're both standing solid at an 8 for Late Night with the Devil.
Yeah, definite endorsement. I was so impressed with this. Like, I want more horror like this. Give me creepy and vibey and just
Fun.
so
I
good.
want fun.
Yeah.
Give me fun. This was a blast. Like I watched it on a day where like I stayed home from work because I had like a fucking crazy headache, right? So I woke up, it was like fucking miserable. Like I gotta watch this fucking movie, but I'm excited to watch it.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna wait a little while. Maybe I'll feel better. So like the headache starts to recede. I'm like, all right, grab a cup of coffee. Time to watch this motherfucker.
Yeah.
I regret nothing.
We cracked into it the day we got it, like that night. I'm like, I said, like we're watching this tonight.
Watch fucking now.
Yeah.
Well, it was the next day for me.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's, yeah. I do not regret staying home from work to watch this movie.
Oh, wish I could have done that when I stayed home from work today.
Yeah, you could have.
I could have.
You could. Well,
No, I know I couldn't have. There's no way.
couldn't have.
Yeah.
The link died.
Yeah.
My dudes. Yeah.
Anywho.
Just check it out.
Yeah. Let's throw some socials at people.
Yeah. Hey, where are we gonna be pretty soon?
In just under 2 months, we are going to be at Saratoga Comic-Con. That is May 4th and 5th at the Saratoga City Center.
Yeah, come see us on Star Wars Day and Revenge of the 5th.
Yeah. It's Cinco de Mayo.
Mm-hmm.
We'll be there. We will be at Mid-Hudson Comic-Con. I think it's August 3rd and 4th.
I think you're right.
Yeah, that is in Poughkeepsie at the unpronounceable name convention center. Yeah, there's a lot of consonants together in that name.
It's some sort of Native American thing.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah. And then I will be at Tampa Bay Comic-Con August 23rd to the 25th. They have announced some of their guests, and their guest list is banging so far with just with what they've announced. I'm sure there's more coming.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it's all the way in Florida.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a bummer.
That's a hike. And then after that, we will be back at Saratoga in November. You always lead off the socials.
Yes,
That's
I do.
the part I don't know.
So our website is www.bigdumbmonsters.com. If you feel like you need to email us, beer suggestions, movie suggestions,
Screeners for other awesome movies that are coming
screeners
out.
for, you know what? If you're out there and you're making a movie and you want to give us like early access, give a review,
Yeah,
we're down for it.
absolutely.
Just try to have a monster in it. Or maybe not. We're branching out.
We'll find a spot for it.
Yeah.
Whatever it is.
Email us, bigdumbmonsters@gmail.com. We are on Facebook. We are Big Dumb Monsters Pod. We are on Slasher, the all horror social network. We are Big Dumb Monsters Podcast on there. And we sometimes, occasionally log into our Steam account, which is Big Dumb Monsters. TJ Lamb, I cannot play Elder Scrolls Online under that account. I have to use my personal account because that's where I bought it. I'll shoot you a message.
You can also check us out on Instagram and Threads at big_dumb_monsters. We are also on YouTube and Twitch at Big Dumb Monsters. We broadcast live usually every Saturday night. I know it's Monday right now, so we're throwing a little bonus your way, you know?
Yeah,
We're
a little something.
Yeah, that's the kind of people we are. We're
Well,
good
now
like
that we're affiliate.
we're affiliates, yeah. We're going to have top hats next week.
Monocles.
Exactly, yeah. We're going to look like the Monopoly dudes. So, yeah, check us out on both of those platforms. Watch the live show. You can subscribe now on Twitch. If you have Amazon Prime and you're not using your free Prime sub, you can subscribe to us for free. Get rid of those pesky ads and watch us for free.
That's true.
Yeah.
That is true.
And you should stop by our merch store at TeePublic. Just search for the Big Dumb Monsters store.
Oh, also check out our new and improved Discord server.
Yes.
You find the link to that on our link tree.
Yes.
Which is available on our descriptions.
Did I keep saying Twitter? I'll get there. It starts with TW. Like Give me a break.
It's fine.
It's fine.
That is. I'll give you our link tree anyway. It's link.
.trde.
No. Hold on. Wait. I can do this. www.linktr.ee/bigdumbmonsters.
Yeah, that's it. Actually,
Yeah.
How about that?
Got it.
All right, folks. Well, thank you for stopping by our little mini episode, our review of Late Night with the Devil. Again, go out and see this in a theater with as many people as possible.
Yeah, make it an event. Like,
Yeah.
like grab friends, go get dinner, check out this son of a bitchin' movie.
Yeah, because it's fun. You will be scared. You'll have a good time. And I think, same thing when you watch us. You'll be a little scared. You'll have a good time, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're friendly, I swear.
But we'll be back Saturday night, folks, on our regular night. No Friday shows this week, but we'll be back with episode 3 of the Defenestration Hour next week. We're going to be talking Showdown in Little Tokyo.
Goddamn.
For episode 3, yeah. I'm hyped.
Was that a...
Dolph Lundgren and Brandon Lee.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think that was a Brandon Lee movie.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
When you doing rapid fire.
Oh, we'll get there. We'll get there.
You've got many, many movies to get through. Like, how many movies did Andy Sedaris make?
There's like an Andy Sedaris box set, which Tom owns.
It's like 1,000 movies.
Yeah. Yeah. Check out the Hard Ticket to Hawaii episode. It's
I laughed.
Yeah, that movie is batshit crazy. Yeah. But anyway, thanks for watching, folks.
Bye-bye.